James had always considered Max more than just a pet. He was family. From morning walks to lazy afternoons in the backyard, they were inseparable. But one fateful evening, during a thunderstorm, Max got scared and ran away. James searched for him tirelessly, putting up posters, knocking on doors, and checking every shelter in town, but Max was nowhere to be found. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months, and eventually 5 years passed. Life moved on, but James never stopped hoping. Every time he saw a dog that looked even remotely like Max, his heart skipped a beat. But reality always sank in. Max was gone. One afternoon, James was scrolling through a local animal shelter's website when his breath caught in his throat. There, in a blurry photo, was an old, tired dog with familiar brown eyes. Could it be Max? His hands trembled as he called the shelter. The next morning, James drove to the shelter with his heart pounding. As he stepped inside, a shelter worker led him to a quiet kennel. The moment James saw the dog, his eyes welled up with tears. "Max," he whispered. The dog lifted his head slowly, his body frail, but his eyes still full of warmth. At first, there was hesitation, but then something clicked. Max's ears perked up, his tail started wagging, and in an instant he leaped into James's arms, licking his face frantically, whining like he was trying to tell him everything he had been through. James sobbed, holding Max tightly. "I missed you, buddy. I never stopped looking for you." The shelter staff, watching with teary eyes, knew they had witnessed something extraordinary, an unbreakable bond that had survived time, distance, and hardship. As James drove home, Max curled up in the passenger seat just like he used to. 5 years had passed, but in that moment, it felt like they had never been apart.